You ready?
No, but go for it.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
I've also heard people can get high off gas fumes.
Oh, dude. Dude, I don't know if I can. What's up, everybody? It's a new day and we have new plans in store. So today I'm actually going over to a friend's house and we're planning to bring a car back to life. Okay? He hasn't driven this car in over a year, so we're not even gonna start it up because if the engine cannot be lubricated properly because oil goes down to the bottom, and if we try to start it up we could do some severe damage to the engine or the car or anything. So we're gonna run through a couple of things that you should really do after long-term storage.
Hey.
What's up, man?
Not much. Thanks for coming.
So this is my friend's 2005 Kia Spectra. Here it is in all its glory. It's a pretty nice car. It needs a little paint job. We're gonna go ahead and pop the hood and look under it. And before we start it, we're gonna do a couple of things to make sure we start it up correctly and we don't hurt any of the engine during the process. So let's get started. O'Reilly's or something, get a couple things so we can change out the oil, check the spark plugs,
Yeah.
do other stuff. It's unboxing day. Yeah. So go ahead, unbox our new gift.
This, I don't know if you could qualify it as a gift or... Jeez, that's heavy.
Ooh. Big old sexy.
Okay, I'm gonna put this away before you try to molest it.
So first things first, we're gonna drain the fuel out of the car. When a car's been sitting for a long time, which this one's been sitting, he said, for almost 2 years, it's not good for the fuel. You definitely want to empty out the fuel before you start the car up again. So this is usually something you do even if it's been sitting there for just like 8 to 12 months. So anyways, we'll get started. We need to disconnect the positive and negative from the battery. lift the chairs up.
No.
I believe. Oh, right here. Right here. And this is what we're gonna have to take off. Now this has a special layer of, I don't know, some stuff, the same stuff that they, I don't know, it's like glue. And we're gonna have to pry at it to get the glue off. Okay. So once we get this off, then we're gonna take this off, and you do that with this clip. So can you hold this with one hand? Okay, for real though, it's not wanting to come loose. Okay, there you go. Okay, once we do that, then there's a few more things, like this, which is something I'll worry about in a second once I get that loose. After you get both those plugs unplugged, then you want to take some needle nose pliers, loosen this one up, so just squeeze it and take it off the edge. I don't know if that's enough. And then you should be able to just,
there we go.
once it comes off, there's two green sides right here and on the other side. Then you press them in, and I think this is where the gas comes out. Yeah, it's just a little bit though. Now you can really smell it. Then we need a 10mm socket and loosen it from right here. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I smell a lot more now.
There we go. That's just another piece out of the way. And then this is, we can just put under there, sort of. And then there's a rubber seal.
Another rubber seal?
Yeah, just right here.
Oh, okay. Different kind of rubber seal.
It's just, I don't know, a rubber seal, I guess.
It is a type of seal, but it's not a liquid rubber seal.
Take a screwdriver. This thing screws off. This whole metal piece right here screws off. So you're gonna take a screwdriver, put it right here, and it's slowly hit it.
This is good. So you can move it by hand?
Oh yeah!
That's about that. Yeah. I guess we had the same thought process. I think it's off now.
Once you get it off, take this metal piece off. Then you're literally just gonna take this out. And it is,
It's gonna be nasty.
I don't know about nasty. But, maybe messy? Maybe kind of messy.
Yeah, I think you can get a better.
You wanna go get a bucket?
One of these nasty buckets.
Something you can put this over because gas is leaking. Okay. As you can see, this whole piece is just sitting in there. Okay. Now let's get to draining. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a hose and we're going to siphon out the gas from that hole. Okay, now we're gonna siphon out the gas.
Siphoning out gas. Yay. Careful, gasoline fumes can cause cancer.
What does this come to?
Breathe into it. Dude.
Dude, it's the gas. It's getting to me already.
Oh my gosh.
Well, dude, this is very dangerous. Can you drink gas?
I highly doubt it.
Go get a water. Just.
Okay. I'll hold it.
Okay, back up. Take back up. Okay. Are you ready?
No, but go for it.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
I've also heard people can get high off gas fumes.
Oh, dude. Oh, holy shit.
Seriously.
Like in The Walking Dead, bro. I should be able to do this.
Dude, that was Hollywood.
Dude, I don't know if I can.
Dude, that was Hollywood.
I don't know if this is gonna work, dude. What about a vacuum, dude? We put it on here until it starts to suction out gas. And then it just, cause once we get it flowing, it's flowing.
Hang on, I'm just trying to think.
Then I put a power cord.
Dude, I'm tripping, bro.
I told you, people can get high off it.
So we're gonna try to use this vacuum instead to siphon the gas because it's not working out so well, man. Hey, I told you it would work, bro.
Yeah.
Siphoning out gas. Here, I'll just make sure. I really wasn't sure if it'd work, but.
Is it still sucking?
Oh, it's still sucking. So we finally drained the gas tank.
Looks like this.
Yep, was a lot of fun. This is old nasty gas. We're gonna go and replace it with new gas, but first let's put it all back together. So you put it back in the same way that you got it on. You got it off, and then you're gonna screw this closed. Sadly, we're gonna have to go through the same process that we went through.
Putting this stuff back on.
Unscrewing it, yeah. So, screwdriver and hammer time. So, we're gonna use this Flex Seal that was laying around the house.
Not sponsored.
I've never used this, and neither has Sam. So, we're just gonna see how this works out. We're just using it to seal up here. Okay, so now we're gonna take off this cover and check the spark plugs. Because it could be rusted, probably not corroded, and we're gonna spray some lubricant in the cylinders because when it sits over time, the oil can go down to the bottom of the engine block and the cylinders won't have any oil lubricated. So when you start it up, it could seize up on you. So we're gonna take the spark plugs out and put in that oil lubricant. And hopefully the spark plugs are in one piece. These out.
Is that the spark plug?
Yeah.
Those don't look bad, right?
Yeah, that's looking pretty good condition. But the spark plug sits way in the engine. So we'll see. These are not the spark plugs itself. These are wires that connect to the spark plug.
That was my question. If those were the spark plugs.
So then you're gonna take a 5/8 with an extension, and you're gonna take out the spark plugs. Oh yeah, they're kind of hard to take out. That doesn't sound good, Sam. That's rust. Or it could just be up there and tight, hopefully.
Knowing my luck, it's probably rust.
The neat trick to actually pull out the spark plugs are to use the wires. And once you have them unscrewed, you can just stick it in there and pull them out. This looks like it's got something on it. So these spark plugs are, we're gonna try to use them. We'll see if it works. Before we put them back in though, definitely take a stop to O'Reilly's to get a couple things. We're gonna drain out the oil, refill it, and I actually got fogging oil. We're gonna spray it in the cylinders, just a little bit. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna lube the engine, so when we start it, it won't be completely dry from all the oil sitting down. And plus, when we refill the oil, it should help out with the lubrication and everything. So we are done doing what we're doing right now with the car, because we need to head back home to charge up my camera. As you can see, this is my phone. And I'm here with Sam, and we left the oil at O'Reilly's. So we're gonna go to O'Reilly's, get the oil that I guess we just left on the counter, and coolant, because we're out of coolant in that car. So I'm totally recording with Snapchat, and until then, we'll fast forward a little bit. Damn, that car is always clean. Okay, so we came to my house, charged up the camera, using it again. We got a gas can. Got a gas can for gas. Go fill up the car. It won't be like a ton of gas, but it's enough to get it going. Okay, now we're going to O'Reilly's after we hit the gas tank. Went ahead and got new spark plugs, so we're gonna go ahead and install these bad boys. You're gonna go ahead and get anti-seize, and then you're gonna put it on the thread of each spark plug, just so the plugs don't get stuck down at the bottom. This should help make it so you can loosen it later. It is pretty full, but it's with dirty oil, so we're gonna replace that. Okay. So, if we get a multimeter, put it at 20, right here, we'll be able to test the charge. It's supposed to be at like 12.4 to 12.6, maybe 12.2. And it's at 9, it's at 0.96. So it has no charge whatsoever. We're gonna try to charge it up with the cruiser that I got. Probably won't hold the charge, but maybe that'll get it running.
Right.
Yeah, if it won't start after a jump start, then it's the starter, and I have a way to test that theory. So let's charge it up real quick. You can do it. Dang it. Yikes. So we got it going for a second, but it wouldn't start. So I'm guessing the starter's out. But just to try and get it running, a little trick is to hit the starter with the hammer or something just to get it moving. So we're gonna
Tell me when.
go for it. What's up, guys? So it's day 2. Just woke up not too long ago, and it's time to go back to Sam's house and replace the starter and battery. So we got it running yesterday after replacing all the fluids and siphoning out the gas and putting new gas in it. We got it started, but now we have to replace the battery because it won't hold a charge, and the starter because it's just not working. That little trick that we used, I wasn't sure if it was gonna work, but I've heard a lot of people talk about how if you just kind of bang on the starter a little bit, it'll work like one last time. Plus you'll know that the starter is the problem because banging on the starter fixes it for a little bit. So now we got to replace both those parts and probably get some more gas because it was pretty low when we started it up. The tank was like empty, so we'll probably have to get more gas, and then we'll be finished, and the car will finally be ready to go off, and he'll be able to use it and stuff. So let's get this started.
Anything you want to say to your audience right now?
Don't get a Kia. salt's off. Ooh, that starter is fried. Oh, the nasty crap. Thank God for my safety shades. Now I gotta take these off, and we're gonna do that real quick.
Now you gotta crawl back in there and put that in.
I'm going home.
Are you really? So he's back the next day after running away.
Day 3 after running away. Going home and taking a snack break. And a nap that was 24 hours long. And now I'm back. Doing it again. Okay, are you ready?
Test number 1, hopefully the only test. Hey.
Oh, it works! It works! Finally done working on the car, driving around, and it drove good, right? It drove good, Sam?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, with that said, that's all we got for today. Keep up with my videos if you want to keep up with any kind of car repair and just going out and enjoying myself. So, don't forget to leave a comment if you have any questions, or subscribe to keep up with me. With that said,
Subscribe to PewDiePie.
oh my god, see you guys later.
That's just the drugs. Don't they make you feel numb? You can't feel it all. Maybe if we loved ourselves, it wouldn't be so hard. Wouldn't be so hard to love each other.